Hola, amigo.
Woohoo!
I love how
Yeah.
it has still has 2020 and 2021 on. That's classic.
Yeah.
I know. Well, that's because I made like the little promo video after 2020, and I just never made one after 2021 because it's a lot of work. So
Just this tech debt that you've had for years now.
pile it, add it to the pile. Right? Yes, that's right. This weekend is the kickoff of the third, and I'm gonna
Most likely.
almost definitely last tour.
You
of
said that
Colorado.
last year.
Yeah. Well, so here's the funny thing. So Jocko, who just commented, hi Jocko.
Thanks, Jocko.
So Jocko came on the tour last year, and Jocko was like, "This was the most fun I've ever had in the car." Which, coming from someone who's raced cars for a living, was like, "Damn, that's a big statement." But anyway, so I had already said, "This is it. I'm done," because we lost money the first year, we lost money the second year, and I'm like, "I'm not losing money the third year in a row. This is stupid." So Jocko's like, "What would I need to do to make you do the tour again?"
Yeah.
And I'm like,
he that took a lot of persuading from him. I heard that from him like multiples of tens of times.
"Oh yeah," he kept coming. He's like, "Come on, what do I have to do? What do I have to do?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Throw a pile of money at me," because I, like, and even that. So here's the crazy part.
Yeah,
Jocko
so he did.
Yeah.
He did, and so I'm like, because I was like, he's not gonna do that, and then he did. And I'm like, I'll be damned.
He called your bluff.
He totally called my bluff. And so then the problem was, he threw money at me. I increased the rates, and everything on earth went up in cost.
Yep.
And so, like, we thought, hey, maybe we'll actually make a decent profit. No, we're it's like razor thin. Like, someone orders too many beers and we won't make money.
That's true. Quite a bit of inflation since last tour.
Yeah. Well, like one expense that was about 2x of last year was the final night on the road in Thursday night. So we were originally supposed to stay at the castle, which was, it's epic. I mean, the castle is amazing. And the castle changed ownership. So first of all, it took me months and months and months to finally get a hold of someone, because they like, no one would answer my phone calls, no one would whatever. And so I couldn't finalize like our expenses. And so then I finally get a hold of someone, and they're like, "Oh yeah, so the new rate to check, like to reserve the entire castle," which, by the way, they don't want to do it for one night, they want to do it for 3, but they're willing to make an exception for us since we've already done it twice. And they're like, it's $25,000 a night for the castle.
They were still charging you for 3 nights.
Right.
That's what it sounds like.
Oh yeah, because it used to cost about $8,000 for the whole castle. And I was like, no, I can't do that. Like that blows my entire budget out of the water. No, that's literally a third of my entire budget. Like, no. So I had to desperately scramble to find accommodations, which when you're in the middle of nowhere, Colorado, is difficult.
Yes.
So we have to change the route, do all this other stuff. We're staying in Aspen instead. And
Aspen.
Yeah, Aspen. And if you didn't know, Aspen is extremely expensive. So that turned our $7,000 a night into more than double that.
Imagine how sad I was to learn that the hotel from Dumb and Dumber isn't actually in Colorado, in Aspen.
It's not in Aspen.
That would have been fun to stay at.
No, we actually drove by it the first year.
Way off.
It's actually in Estes Park.
Yeah.
So anyway, just that one thing went up 100% or doubled in cost. So it went from $7,000 a night to over $14,000 a night. It's crazy. So there you go. Anyway, I'm just telling you, like, this is why I'm not very motivated to do this again, even with bribery money thrown my way, because it's a logistical nightmare. And Meg's like, I'm taking care of baby alone for 9 days.
Yeah.
So this is
as babies go, though. You guys have a pretty good good baby.
Yes, but still. So I think this.
Well, and in all
probably-
fairness, you could probably double the entry fee. I don't know if you get people to join, but like you look at other, there are more rallies, but they're super fucking expensive.
Oh yeah. No, we are less than half the cost of most of these week-long rallies, if not a third the cost.
Yeah.
That's how they're making money.
Yeah.
You know,
There's a 2-day McLaren rally in November that is like $3,000 to enter. It's like, fuck that.
Yeah. You guys are the budget rally.
Yeah.
But probably more epic than all of those ones.
Well, the original goal when I first did it the first year, it was, hey, let's just have some friends and maybe open it up to a few people. And I basically flowed through all my costs to everyone. But then the problem was like, it's just so much, like there's so many moving parts. I couldn't compute it all. So when I finally, after it was all done, wadded it up and got all the receipts or whatever, I was like, oh shit, I lost money. And it's like, it's awkward to go to your friends and be like, hey, I know I told you I needed $2,000. I actually need like $4,000, and it's like,
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not doing the, thank you, John. I'm not doing the woe is me. This is.
Do you think if you had someone to plan it all, take that off your hands, would that relieve a lot of the pressure? And you might consider
But the financial problem, the financial part of the equation is still huge.
Okay. So it's both finances and logistics that are the nightmares.
Yeah, because like the good news is, since we've done it 3 times now, I've already got relationships with the majority of the places we're staying. So I literally just was like, hey, we want to do it again. And they're like, how many people? What days? And here you go. And like they make like I think 2 or 3 of the places actually are making exceptions and allowing us to stay only one night. No, 2 places. They have like, minimums because we're staying at condos. And so usually condos don't let you stay one night. Right. But because I'm like done it this many times in a row and whatever, and I'm spending a fortune with them, they're like, oh, okay.
They know you're good for your money.
Yeah. They're like, oh, yeah, sure. So.
Yeah. Chris, I didn't know you also had a Lambo. How many cars do you have? Jeez. Like, holy shit.
He's got all the cars.
Yeah.
The good stuff.
Someone asked me if the 650 is ready to go. It's so ready, it's strapped into a damn trailer. So
it is in my driveway.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
We loaded it up this morning, actually.
Yep. Oh yeah, today was fun.
Okay, you're just going on a Lambo rally. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Oh, so apparently we may have talked about this in the past. In fact, I think we probably did. Somebody was a member for 25 months.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, but the weird thing is that comment.
Yeah, it doesn't show up in the. But he said, "Hi, I'm from the UK, guys. Had to say, Adam, great job on the 911 engine, and wish you all an amazing tour." Thank you. Appreciate it. I wish it would show up on the screen, but apparently
I would totally want to show that. So.
Yeah, the 911 is sitting in the trailer in front of Tyler's car. Tyler's car is riding bitch in the trailer.
Yeah. Because oddly enough, the larger car is lighter.
It is. So. That's the difference between steel and carbon fiber.
Yes.
I love this idea. I always wanted to put together a rally tour. I'd call it Adventure Dives. We would stay at Super 8s and look at trailer parks in bad areas and eat at Waffle House.
Dude, don't knock the Waffle House aspect of it. I'd eat every meal at Waffle House if it was socially acceptable.
And if your liver would take it and not just immediately shut down.
Yeah, Lotus, is it only plastic bottle whiskey? Is that the only thing you can drink? Plastic bottle whiskey and vodka?
5 o'clock. It's got to be 5 o'clock vodka.
Yeah.
And like every morning, you have to like give yourself a hangover rating, and like
Ooh,
you know.
I like it.
What am I driving? I am driving the 599.
Yes, he is.
I actually have. That's the most exciting thing about this whole thing for me. I've been dreaming of doing the tour in the 599 since I bought it. That's gonna be pretty awesome. I'm excited about that.
How many V12s do we have on this trip?
All of them?
5 V12s. Yeah,
That's what 60.
60 cylinders right there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be epic.
It's 30 liters
So
of
599.
Ferrari.
That's crazy. 599, 3 F12s and
An 812.
an 812.
Yep.
Ooh.
Which was a last minute surprise. That was pretty cool. Like one of the people participating was like supposed to bring a F12, and also in the last day he's like, I got an 812. We're like, what? He's like, I just bought it. So he just
No,
bought it, and the first
yeah.
thing he's doing is throwing it on the tour. We're like, dude, you're epic. That's
And we commented like, "Bad news, guys. I can't take the F12."
yeah. When I saw
shit,
that, I
did
was
it
like,
break?
oh
Man.
Richard is not going this year.
Yeah.
no.
Unfortunately.
Your 488 is getting picked up tomorrow, Richard.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So the shipping company called. They're gonna just it's at my house. They're gonna pick it up here at my house. So, yes, you guys should stop in the EPA parking lot and just sit there and idle. I mean, everywhere we drive, we're gonna put a hole in the ozone layer. It's gonna be like a perfect mapping of our route.
Yep.
Everywhere we go, every time we fill up with gas, they're gonna run out of premium.
True.
It's gonna
No,
be,
Jocko, your 458 isn't chopped liver. You were the fastest around the corners.
Yes.
yeah. Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm not excited about the drive tomorrow. Gotta
Yeah.
get up stupid ass early and drive 15 hours to Colorado.
You guys are gonna have to figure out a way for me to get my big ass trailer in there.
Yeah, we'll get to the hotel early and get situated and figure out.
Probably need flashlights.
Yeah. I have one in the car. So
What time are you gonna get there?
We're probably gonna leave here like 5:30 at the latest. So
Okay,
it's gonna be dark by the time we get there.
dinner's 7.
Oh, well, we may be fashionably late.
It's gonna
Okay,
be
I thought the dinner was on Sunday.
we have dinner Saturday and Sunday, man.
Oh, I thought
The tour grew by one day.
Yeah, no, I knew we were doing extra activities, but I didn't know that I didn't realize that the dinner was.
Jeez, didn't you read the emails?
Actually, I did, but I don't know.
yeah, well, we can leave at 4. I mean, if Jen's up to it,
Probably not.
she can sleep in the back.
Throw her in the truck and like drug her.
Jeez.
Yeah, Benadryl up and
Any
I mean,
women
the-
going? Yeah, this year we have 3 women. Yep, which is a record.
The good news
Actually-
is we gain an hour on the way there.
Yes.
So
yeah, it's the
Uh,
same hotel then.
yeah, it's the same hotel. Parked his big trailer at the bottom of the hill. Oh yeah. That was funny.
but that was the same place that we got yelled at last year, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, but the first year they were cool with it. Apparently not the second year. Yeah, the 599's loaded up, ready to go in a trailer. So
See you, Jocko.
Jocko's going to bed. Let him rest. Get some rest. Good
oh,
night.
you have to be up in 6 hours? Oh yeah, he's got some early flights. He's flying out
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Is
then
he
trailer.
flying into
He's
Denver?
flying into I don't know, are you flying into Colorado
No,
Springs?
He told me it's Colorado Springs. Yeah,
Okay.
he's going to Dallas first and then Colorado Springs.
Okay, yeah. It's- There
He's
you go.
flying into Denver and then into Colorado Springs.
Dallas.
Oh, Dallas. Man.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, man, like you take off and immediately have to like.
Oh, I've done that.
Right.
I've done that
that
flight.
flight. Yeah.
It's fun. You're like
That's how it was when I would fly out of from Boise to Salt Lake City. That was pretty much like the moment you get to cruising altitude, you just start your excitement. Like the only reason they go up so high is so that they can just coast the entire way down to Salt Lake City.
yeah, that one's not a very fun flight.
Yeah.
3-hour layover. Ooh,
Ew.
Ooh, no good.
that sucks.
Well, the good news is, Jocko, you can smile and wave at Dan and Josh as you fly over top of them.
Right? You'll be laughing at us. Ha ha, suckers.
Shadow, is that his nickname?
Meg is bringing up an amazing point. We sold 5 cars in the last 2
Woohoo.
weeks.
Nice.
Not all of our cars, but the majority
Almost.
of them.
We only have 3 cars left.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's crazy how it's like ebbs and flows. It's like a lull, and then you get everything at once. And then it's
Yeah,
slow,
it's-
and
We need to
It was
even
like-
it out a little bit more. It's too stressful.
it
when
was-
it's
right? It's extremely stressful.
yeah, because either you're like nothing's happening, what's going on, or you're like I can't handle it all.
Yeah. Well, we were like, oh man, like this is gonna be another bad month. Like, all right, we're preparing for it, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, we got a car sold. Oh, there's another. Oh, there's another. Oh shit, it keeps coming. I was like, all right.
So we
And now
sold
we're
the
like-
488, the 458, the 430, the
360.
360. What was the 5th one?
Oh, Cali.
Cali.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have to get another 48 because I still want to do a drag race
Yes.
video.
I ordered exhaust for 488, so
Ooh,
we're gonna buy another 488
nice.
as
Like
soon as
it.
it comes. Yes, there was some trade-ins. We're actually getting. I guess I'll tell it, but someone already wants to buy it, and we haven't even gotten it yet. So the guy, the person who bought the 458 is trading in an EAG converted F430. And so he posted on Facebook, "Hey, I'm, buying a 458 and I traded my 430." And he was like, "Hit up Normal Guy if you want this." So all of a sudden, a guy that I'm friends with in the area sent me a text. He's like, "I want it." He's like, "I want your 430." I'm like, "Which one?" He's like, "The gated one." I'm like, "How'd you know about this?" I'm like, "We don't even have the car yet." He's like, "I want it." I'm like, "Okay." Or he's pretty sure he wants it. Like it's it's a very high probability he'll buy it. But
And then we took something in on trade that Dan and I aren't even licensed to drive.
yeah,
Ooh.
we actually we took in a Harley Davidson.
That's it. Motorcycle.
Nice.
What?
Yeah.
How do
We're
you
like, all right.
explain
I
that?
mean, it's a cool bike. Like I saw the pictures of it. I'm like, dude, that's a badass bike. But I've literally never driven a motorcycle. I don't have a license for it. I'm not gonna touch it because I don't want to ruin it.
And Josh was cool with that too.
Josh was the one who's all like,
yeah, he
"Yeah,
was
let's
the
do
main
it."
protagonist.
Oh,
He
okay.
was, he was the only one out of the 3 of us who was like voting yes. on
Josh likes to portray that he's like the level-headed one in the group that makes all the sound business decisions. He's an antagonist.
or he must know the motorcycle market well enough because I can't see him doing that, taking
Well-
in a blind trade.
So the only reason we took it is because he has a friend who has a motorcycle dealership, and we're like, okay, realistically, what's this thing worth? Like, if worst case scenario, because we don't know anything about the value of this thing, and so he's like, you probably get this much for it, and we're like, all right, that like it makes the deal it's good. It makes it so it's like,
Yeah.
okay, we'll do, because we actually had 2 people wanting the 488 at the exact same time, and the one deal was extremely complicated. They had 2 trade-ins, all this other stuff, and it was just like, oh man, this is a lot of work, right? It was like we were not looking forward to this deal, and the guy like wouldn't budge on some of the trading values, and so we're like we're still making money, but we're not making much money. But okay, it gets the car off the books. All right. And at the same time, then Richard, he's the one who's buying the 488, who's like, it's a nice bike. He hits us up. He's like, hey, I want the 488. He's like, but, I don't have enough cash. Could you do a motorcycle? And we're like, maybe.
Well, the funny thing is,
Yeah.
is we're not even allowed to retail sell it with our
we have to
license.
wholesale it.
We have to wholesale
crazy.
it. So because we don't have the proper license, so we can wholesale it. There's nothing wrong with us wholesaling it.
Yeah.
And
That's-
how does that?
that's
what's
nuts.
the like the practical effect of that wholesaling versus retailing?
It just we can't like sell it to a end buyer.
Yeah.
So do
So,
you make
I mean, we
less
would
or more money, or
less.
We'll get
because
less. We'll
somebody
get
else-
less. That was the problem. Is we had to figure out what's like the wholesale value of that thing, not the retail,
Gotcha. Yeah.
because we
Because
can't.
whoever buys it from us is going to want to make a profit on it, and obviously they can't sell it for more than retail. So
Right.
So
So
it's
we
basically
can't
like-
consign motorcycle. Well, we don't consign anything. We just don't want to.
but no, the answer is no, we can't consign it.
Yes. So as an owner, we could take it off inventory and then private sell it, but then we'd have to pay the sales tax on it.
Right.
So then we would have to actually like register it, license it, and all that, and transfer it to our name. So it's strange.
HL,
I suppose it'll be a good test to see if motorcycles actually are fruitful. It could be.
Well, I mean,
I think we already kind of have it sold to that same dealer.
Yeah, he seems pretty interested in buying it.
Yeah.
And
So-
it's a badass bike, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem to sell it. You know, like it's again, I knew nothing. Like this was totally like I was like, all right, Josh, like
Oh, why not?
figure this out because I don't know anything about this thing.
I don't know
Um,
anything about motorcycles
I'm
either,
like-
and he was the.
All I know is I
protagonist
see
of
the
it.
picture and I'm like, that looks cool. It's
It's
probably
fancy.
loud. It probably sounds cool. You know, I'll walk up and brap it a couple times, and that's about it.
There
We
you
have
go.
Steve take a look at it. He would
Oh
know.
yeah.
Oh, I
So-
forgot about Steve. Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
Steve knows that stuff.
He knows. He's a bike guy.
He's got
Yeah.
the beard for it too.
I mean,
Yeah.
to me, like the only exposure I have to Harleys is I had friends who were into Harleys, and so like, I mean, I know like people who are into Harleys are like really into Harleys and they love them. So I'm assuming it's a good bike. Do we have pics of the Harley? I have to dig through my phone.
I don't.
Yeah. You want to dig through? I don't dig through.
I don't. Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh. Someone bought
Opa!
some.
Yeah.
Oh, damn! Someone spent a bunch of money with us.
Was
I like
it?
that.
Oh yeah, it was that one. I knew about that one.
All right, where is? I'm trying to
The
remember
only,
how he sent it to us. Did he
The only
email it to us?
motorcycle experience I have is my dad got one when I was, I don't know, 5 or 6, and he tried to hide it from my mom because she didn't want him to have a motorcycle.
Oh, that didn't go well.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Yeah. So it lasted like 2 months. He would, he'd take my brother and I out on rides to, keep us quiet.
That was
But
the
yeah.
hush money. Was
Pretty
motorcycle
much,
rides.
Yeah. But yeah, then that fell through pretty quick. So, but that's my only experience with motorcycles.
Wow,
Let's
that's
see.
dark.
Let's see if
but,
I can
like,
find a picture of it because I love the color. Oh, there it is.
Does it have the leather saddlebags with the hanging
Yeah.
There it is.
leather?
Ooh. That does
Oh,
look
that
pretty
didn't-
cool.
No,
Is
it
that
didn't
blue?
focus very.
It's dark blue.
It's a dark blue. It's got like matte black side pipes and
Hmm.
some. If I go in
Yeah.
slowly, it'll focus on it.
Yeah, Sergeant Tom, driving in a four-wheeled car is enough of a death trap in Austin. So
Oh yeah, no,
none
So
of
I
us
have a-
want to ride a motorcycle.
the reason I've never driven a motorcycle is because I know I'd love it.
Yeah.
I would
Mm.
absolutely love riding motorcycles, and then I would absolutely die on a motorcycle. That's why I won't buy a
I don't
motorcycle.
have one.
Because I would want like a Hayabusa or some crazy high horsepower crotch rocket, and I would kill myself. So I'm not. Nope.
I'd love a cafe racer style.
Yeah, a Ducati. Oh, those look so sick.
Yeah.
So I need a cage around me because
I need a chance of surviving when.
right.
Yeah.
And to my own credit, I had a close friend and roommate of mine. He died when he was riding his Harley and hit a deer,
Mm,
and it killed him.
yeah.
And he was only in his 20s. And then another very close friend of ours was riding his Harley, and someone pulled out in front of him, and he swerved to miss them, but it was like he dumped the bike because he had to swerve so hard, and he skid across the ground and hit the curb, and it shattered his femur, like
Ooh.
completely destroyed it,
Ugh,
and he couldn't walk for like 6 months.
man.
I mean, it
I
was
was-
like,
Yeah, I was first
Bad.
on the scene to a single car motorcycle wreck, and he just hit dirt on a corner and went right into the ditch
yeah.
and over-ended, and
yeah.
it was bad.
So that's my
They flew him
fear.
out of there.
But
Yeah.
I shouldn't be talking like horrible things when we're trying to sell a
Yeah.
motorcycle.
Right. Hey, it's wholesale, whatever.
That's true. No,
Going
I mean, honestly, if one of you likes the bike and wants it, what we could probably do is work it out where we'll sell it to the wholesaler and tell you where it goes and all that stuff. So yeah, get a sidecar for Mo. That would be
Yeah, I love
kinda
it.
badass.
I've
That would be
actually seen that before, and they make
have too.
goggles for dogs.
They do. They make doggles.
Doggles.
Yeah. What cars are left? So we have the 599, the 360 Spider, and the 575, and that's
Nice.
it. So the
A World War
5
II style motorcycle with a sidecar
Yes.
for Mo is acceptable.
Oh,
There
yeah.
you
I
go,
agree.
Dan. You
I
got
know.
yourself a motorcycle.
She would not let me do that.
Army
I would
green
totally do
Harley
that.
Davidson.
Just greenlit it.
Yeah.
It's written in internet history. She
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
she can't back out now.
Just delete the archive, Meg.
The problem is, I feel like that would be one thing that I'd do like twice and be like, okay, that was
Yeah.
fun, but now I'm done with it.
Yeah, you
This-
can't really get going that fast on those. Yeah.
It's not about being fast. It's about when the other car whacks you. That's the-
Exposed.
Yeah. Anyway, so any plans for putting more cars
No.
up
That's
in cars
good
and
question.
bits? With
That was a
Um,
failed experiment.
Probably not. At least not Ferraris.
Hmm.
Like, I think we kind of concluded that it's good for like weird cars, but for Ferraris, you can't beat BAT or just selling it. So, like in hindsight, we should have just listed the Cali and sold it.
Hmm.
Like that would have been the best option. But we wanted to do an experiment. We wanted to say, okay, like if we get a rare car, should we auction it? And the answer that the market told us was no.
At least not on cars and bids, anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I would say no either way because BAT takes too long. So
take forever.
like they're currently like 5+ weeks out.
Yeah.
So we're trying right now to get the 599 listed in cars and bids. So like what? It's September 22nd. We've already contacted them. We'll see if we get anything by late October or November.
Cars or bids or bring a trailer.
Sorry, bring a trailer.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I'm not willing to take risk on that car. Like, no. It's just the problem with that car is it's a very specific buyer, right?
Yes.
So it's one of those. I just feel like you almost just gotta like keep it until it sells and not throw it up for auction. So at some point the right person is going to come along. They're going to see the value of it and be like, "That's the car I want." Okay,
Yep.
So it's a harder car to sell.
Yeah, it just means you get to enjoy it some more too.
Oh no,
Yeah. Shucks.
God forbid.
yeah. That's the other thing on that car is like, I bought that car before the dealership existed, so it's like 100% my money. Like, and so I'm like, I don't mind keeping it for a little while.
Mhm.
So, yeah. No, the problem with a lot of the auctions, just talking about like Gas Monkey, Richard took a car to Barrett Jackson, he got burned, never made a profit. The auction houses make the profit.
Yeah.
They're the ones killing it.
They're like a casino.
Yeah, they're charging everyone huge bucks and playing this big like they put on this huge show and get everyone drunk, and then people pay all this crazy money for these cars, and then they're the ones who are raking in like 15+%
Right.
on these cars. It's like, what?
Money printer go burn.
Yeah.
Seriously, man. I just I don't know. We'll see. I'm considering. I mean, we'll try putting the 599 up on bring a trailer if they will even accept it. I mean, who knows, right? And
I don't know why they wouldn't.
we do serve booze at our dealership.
No, you
Mm.
offer it as a gift.
Correct.
Yes.
No, you can optionally choose to drink,
Yes.
Yeah, we don't make you.
Well, and you don't serve them.
and we
because-
don't sell it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't sell it.
We don't sell anything. We don't sell any booze. It's
We
just
are classy.
if you'd like a drink, we have that available.
The gentleman who bought a car yesterday partook.
Yeah, that was cool. So, dude flew out.
Nice.
Who bought the F430, the silver one? So he flew out and just wanted to see it and whatever, and hung out at the Howard with us for a couple hours. And we're like, yeah, sure.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Now you're gonna make him in Passion Lotus. Damn it.
Did he?
I drink with my pinky up, Ricky. I
Yeah.
put the ass in classy.
Did that dude drive it home?
No,
No,
It's-
he's shipping it.
He just came out to
Actually,
see it.
got picked up today.
Yep, it just got picked up.
Nice.
Nice.
Yep. So we're down to very few cars in our possession. 48 gets picked up tomorrow. So
Love
then-
you too, Ricky.
Yeah, really nice having like. So the cool part is, so we'll have that 430 that's getting traded in, but I don't think it's gonna last long. I think
Has
that car.
anybody, we haven't. We all know we haven't seen Mousetrap in forever, but has anybody seen
Yeah.
Horsecock Express?
Oh yeah, well not tonight, but he was
Not
there last
tonight.
week.
Man.
I saw him comment on our video the other day.
Oh, nice.
He watched your live
Last
auction,
week.
right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right. He was there for the. Yeah.
I think it's someone here. It's their alter ego.
nah.
I'm not clever enough to come up with the name Horsecock Express.
I love that. Oh, that's too funny.
I am worried about Mousetrap. He was one of the regulars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
knows?
he's Horsecock Express.
Oh shit. You're onto something. Yeah.
Like, or what's the X Files music?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me give her a line.
Oh man.
So let's quick talk about cars while Dan's not here.
Right.
He probably heard that. It's like, oh, we talk about cars when I'm there. The 911 is loaded up in the trailer, ready to go. Frantic.
Yep.
Is that how
Nice.
you say your name?
You
We
got it
loaded.
done.
Tyler and I loaded up his car and my car this morning. So
Yep.
Tyler, yours had a nail. Was that before you changed the tires?
Yeah, well, I think it's been in there forever. Because I didn't change tires.
Oh, okay.
But I was flushing the brakes and was like, I need to remember to check this tire because like once a month it yells at me that it's low. And sure enough, I was rolling it down. I was like, fuck, there's a nail.
So, did you take it out?
Yeah, I got it patched.
Yeah, usually people got to remember if you have a slow leak, probably for a reason.
Yeah. And
It's
it
one of those
probably
where
would have been
like-
fine, but it's not worth it.
I mean, for spirited driving, I'd rather have a
Yeah.
plug than a nail.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife's car is a nail right now, but the pressure's staying the same. So just wait.
Yeah.
she's probably not ripping through corners
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
Yeah.
like over like heating up the tires and
Yeah.
scrubbing them and stuff.
Right. Not quite.
Yeah, and then have them get super cold at night and yeah.
Mhm.
Nah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that
the people at Firestone, because there's a Firestone on the way from the Howard to my house, were, like, I don't know if he wanted to drive the car or not, but he's just like, you got to ask inside if I have time to work on that or not. I don't know. But I ended up just bringing the tire back the next day. So,
Yeah, that's the problem. Eventually, if you have a nail with a head, the
Yeah.
pavement
Yeah.
will wear it down.
yeah, and it was already worn down. It was just the stud it was actually a screw.
Yeah.
I have
Oh, man.
a GoPro mount rigged up GS360. So,
Nice.
Oh yeah, yeah. We bought 2 new GoPros just for this trip.
Nice.
did you upgrade the 11s?
10.
No,
What
it's
do you got?
10.
I got a 10 here too.
Yeah,
Okay.
10s are nice. You got to put the
I-
horizon lock on.
What?
One of the modes is horizon lock.
Yeah, keep it steady.
Okay.
I remember you telling us about that, Tyler.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
I like
I-
the view we did on the back of your brother's car, Dan. Just
Yeah.
facing backward.
Facing backwards.
That was cool, especially when all the cars are lined up going up the hills.
Yeah.
That's
The cool news about having the 509 is I got a big rear window that I can actually like put a suction cup on
Oh yeah.
and have it actually like point out the rear. So yeah. Oh, I am tired. I am extremely tired. Dude, this week has just been unreal busy. Like, and today, so like I was joking with Meg when we were eating dinner. I'm like, all I wanted to do today was mow the lawn, pack my 599, pack my shit, and edit a few videos, and then go. But then I mow the lawn, and all of a sudden I get a text from Adam as I'm finishing. He's like, "Hey, my shit broke," and I'm like, "All right, I'll come rescue you, no problem."
Yeah.
So then I'm like, "All right, well then." I forgot that Josh needed to drop off the 458 at the Howard because while we're gone, it's going to get some work done on it. So I'm like, all right, I'll rescue Adam, then go to the Howard, and I'll pick up Josh. Then we can go back to EAG, pick up the 599, go back to my house, load it on the trailer. Then, blah, blah. So we do that. We get to the Howard after helping Adam, and then we get a call, and they're like, oh, the truck driver for the 430 is 30 minutes away.
Oh shit.
We're like, shit. So now we got to wait for that, right? And of course, his 30 minutes was not 30 minutes. It was like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So then he finally shows up and we're like, okay, take the car. So then we go to EAG. And of course, then the 599's not ready. So then Josh is like, well, I got to go. So he Ubers home. So then I'm hanging out at EAG. We're getting the 599 prepped, finally get it ready. Then load it onto the trailer. I come back home. By the time I get home, it's already 5 o'clock. I was like thinking, oh, I'll be gone for like an hour or two. I'm gone all day, like 8 hours, all day. I finally get home. I'm like, shit, I still have to pack. I still have to edit a video. I still got to like load shit in the car. So I'm just running around, sweating my ass off, like just doing shit. And then, yeah. So I'm tired. Yes.
And you have to go live. Like,
And then I had to sit down for live. So
Admittedly, we're gonna cut it a little short tonight.
yeah, we are stopping at 9.
We felt we owed it to the regulars to do it tonight.
Well,
It's
also
just-
we're not gonna have a lot. There's like full disclosure. There's like nothing coming on for the next week. I have 2 videos edited. That's it
But
for the
did
next
you die?
over a week. But
We
did
could
you-
get drunk enough and do the live. That might be fun.
Thursday we will be in Aspen,
That
Oh, that's
hotel,
right.
that's
So-
a swanky hotel. They should have.
but we're gonna be at dinner.
Oh,
so
that's
no.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no,
right.
like-
That's right.
Yeah. There's no like
And either way, honestly,
private lounge. Yeah.
I hate to say it, but like, I feel like it would be rude to the people who paid money for me to like do a live.
That's fair.
That's fair.
You'd be
I,
like,
would-
hey,
I kind of assumed we would be like, "Hey, come on, have fun with us on the live." But yeah, no, you're right.
That's true.
I mean, you're not wrong.
that's assuming everyone wants to be on a live stream.
Yeah. This is fair.
Yeah,
Maybe one night we'll do a quick one from a cell phone or something like that.
maybe.
No promises, but maybe.
Crazy thing, we are still growing, which is interesting. But our views are in the toilet. So it's kind of like this weird disparity going on where we're getting subscribers, but we're not getting views.
It's odd.
It's very odd.
Oh.
So
I wonder why. Yeah, I don't know why you would subscribe if you're not going to view. Unless folks just subscribe to a ton of people but don't watch.
I don't know.
I'll admit, I'm kind of guilty of that.
You
Yeah.
oversubscribe and underwatch.
Yeah, because sometimes people will have an interesting series, but they don't always do, like, not every single video theirs I find interesting, but I subscribe anyway in case, because like Mighty Car Mods is a perfect example of that. 95% of their videos I don't care about. at all, but they have interesting ones.
Wrong.
That's
Look
fair.
at go look at all of our DIY videos. They are
I'm about to like stop DIY altogether because they literally get no views at all. No one watches them. They are like every time we're filming a DIY, I'm just like, why are we even doing this? Like it takes so much time and effort, and then no one's gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
the
hardcore
diehards
people.
love them.
Yeah, the hardcore people love them.
They do, but then it's like, it's not. I mean, like you have to balance it, right? Because like we have to look at this to a degree as a business, not just a hobby anymore. This is how I pay my bills, so I have to look at it and say, hey, if that doesn't get views and it doesn't make us any money and it doesn't grow the channel, is it worth my time?
Yeah.
So
You know, Tom's got an interesting
At least-
point. YouTube's allowing shorts to be monetized now, right? So maybe it is all about the shorts.
I guess maybe that's we've gone to like the squirrel
Yeah.
attention span.
So this
Yeah.
is kind of an interesting question because
It's true.
it's generally like drama and arguments and everything like that. And so I personally thought that the one that we did where Josh and I debated the difference between drive your car and don't drive your car, I thought that was going to be probably like a top 3 video. And it
No.
did terribly.
It's so hard to predict because like sometimes you think, oh, this will definitely crush it, and then other times
I mean,
you think
you
it's gonna be
guys,
terrible.
you
Huh?
guys do you do have a unique perspective that I feel like a lot of people could find interesting. So there's probably stuff that you can put into like little shorts, like interesting anecdotes about what happens like with a
So-
buyer or someone like a particular customer, and then people would enjoy that.
So I just went onto my content and sorted by the highest views to the lowest. DIY, the first DIY video is the 6th highest viewed video. So it's Asshole Cop, Live PD, Ferrari F8 versus 458, Asshole Cop, Turo Business, my Turo business failing. Then finally, the F430 oil change that was famous
Nice.
for spilling. And then 430 45 versus 458, F8 test drive, Testarossa, then fixing paint chips. Then finally another DIY. Nope, sorry, that's not. How much it cost to own? Maserati Gran Turismo major service. There you go. There's a DIY. Fixing a Nissan Versa spark plug.
That's
Has-
actually the reason is because that's such a common car.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so many people probably want to try to do it themselves to save some money.
Right. So it's
So
got
that's
100.
why.
That one's got almost 130,000 views. That's because there's probably 130,000 of those cars that were made.
Yeah.
And all 130,000 of them had
Yeah.
a spark
Actually-
plug coil go out.
We're on to something here. What we need to start doing is buying normal cars like Nissan Versas and stuff and start
Right.
doing regular maintenance on them. Could you
Dude.
imagine us doing regular maintenance on these cars?
I'd kill myself.
I like Lotus's idea. Buy some like salvage Ferraris and burn them to the ground or shoot them out of a cannon. I mean, I know it's stupid and it never happened, but,
But like we
It's
don't
funny.
have the money to
Yeah,
do
I know.
crazy shit at this point, right?
Wait, was that Megan House's car?
Yes.
I gotta tell her that.
Her
She's a poor social worker. That's why
Yeah.
you're fixing it.
yeah, it's got 128,000 views. It's crazy. It should, and then finally, the CNC first video of that has 127,000.
oh, there we go. Let's get Adam tased in Colorado.
I would just, dude, I volunteered to be tased when I was in the military and they wouldn't do it.
Aw,
They were like, "Oh, it's a risk to do it." It's like, well, yeah, no shit. That's why I want to do it. Like, I also volunteered to let the dog bite me with the little bite hand thing on. They're like, no, because if the dog bites through it and hurts you, and I'm like, man, you guys are for people that carry guns around. You guys aren't fun at all.
yeah.
So here's the thing. So like we can use this as an example. The problem with Radarosa is he's got a pile of shit that's DIY. He's not doing what we're doing. He's not working on like normal cars that have normal car problems, right? Like we're trying to work on a regular Ferrari that's got a regular Ferrari problem. He's got fucked up Testarossa that's, or like the 360 mashed together whatever thing, right? That's not what real people are doing with their cars. That's like, so it's a fascination, right? It's not true DIY. And everyone's like, do DIY. The people who want to watch the DIY we do are the people who own the cars. And the only reason they want to watch it is because it happened to them. So you take a, like, you know, a Ferrari F430 that has a problem on it. They only made less than 20,000 of them. So there's less than 20,000 of those out there. And of those, let's say less than 5% of the people actually work on them. So you're talking like 1,000 people, maybe, that really want to watch that video. The rest, it's all fascination. So it's, you know, that's really what it comes down to. The reason Radarosa's stuff is successful is because it's fascination, not really helpful in a lot of cases. I'm not saying he doesn't, like he does do some DIY that's actually very relevant to, you know, like if you have that car or whatever, but I'm just saying. And the other thing is he got the huge bump in his subscribers when he did the F40 thing.
Yeah.
So like every YouTuber who's got a huge subscriber base, you can go through and look at their videos and find that one video that just was like, holy shit, and took it off, right? So even like Hoovy, you go look at Hoovy, his channel exploded when his Ferrari caught on fire. Like I was a subscriber to his channel way before he had that Ferrari, and it, you know, and when it caught on fire, I'm like, I remember I was like, oh shit, his channel's going to the moon, and sure enough, it did. You know, it's just like that. That's where it's YouTube's weird. It doesn't make sense, right? You almost like have to like, yeah. It's so odd. Like you got to do the things that people are like, oh yeah, I want to watch that because that's fucked up or that's crazy or, you know, exciting or whatever, some sort of drama. And unfortunately, like, you know, we have a DIY. Okay, all of you watching right now, we have a DIY video that I just edited today and will be coming out soon. And just watch. It's going to get maybe a couple thousand views. Like, if we're lucky, it'll get 5,000 views.
Yeah.
Probably less than that. But it's actually a genuine, real problem that happens on Ferrari 360s frequently. And, you know, we do a fairly reasonable job of showing you, hey, here's what's broken and how to do it, whatever, and blah, blah, blah. So,
yeah. I mean, there's between Meg and other comments, like it gives you legitimacy and it takes away the fear of owning these vehicles for people that are seeking them out. But again, this is now a business for you. So you can't survive off of the people want to buy a Ferrari.
Right.
It's a weird place to be.
I like this. Radarosa stuff is DIY fantasies and like DIY reality. That's, I mean, you know, that's to a degree. You know, that's because the DIY we're doing is not like some weird like thing that doesn't exist. We're not like, I don't know how to fabricate. I can't fabricate something. I can't make something that doesn't exist. I can take a part off and put a part on. You know, I don't have the skill set he's got. He can take Testarossa and turn it to convertible. I can't do that. You know, like
fabricating is its own skill set.
Yeah,
100%.
So like that's not our wheelhouse, and arguably that does nothing for us. Like if we took and made a car convertible that wasn't a convertible or something crazy like that, or we bought a totally fucked up salvage car, it doesn't really help us because that's not really the people who are spending money with us, right? Like I don't really care about those views because that like here's the financial equation that goes through my mind is we've made more money on one single car sale than we'll make an all year on YouTube. In fact, in the short few months we've been doing car sales, we've made more money, more profit on car sales than I've made on YouTube the entire time I've done it.
It's fair. Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
I like this comment. And we have a Josh.
Yeah.
We have a
Yeah,
Sawzall, and we have a Josh.
Yeah. Well, that
Yeah.
goes back to doing the like $1,000 car challenge. Like that might be fun.
no, and that's why I kind of want to do that, because it's just like it's a
He's
fast
here.
mission that it's just for fun. And
Yay.
it costs- yeah. Hey, horsecock. Express. Gotta get the express part, otherwise it's
Yeah.
foul. If you just say horsecock, it's offensive. But if you say horsecock express, it's
Yeah.
okay. I mean, honestly, that's kind of what the original thing, my original idea behind starting this channel was about. Was I wanted to like dispel the myths of owning these cars, because honestly, it came from my own experience. My own experience was there were so many things that I couldn't either get data about, or like you go online and you read the forums and you're just even worse off than you started, because there's so much bad information out there. And so I'm like, well, I'm going to present it from a very transparent, real perspective, and I'm not going to dress it up and make it something it's not. Like, and that's to our own fault. It's probably not the best way to run a YouTube channel. Like what we've chosen, our sticking to our guns has probably been a huge detriment to this channel. But I don't like, that's the weird part, right? Like we're at a position now where the YouTube channel is almost gone full circle, right? It started off doing it for fun, and then it became a business motivation, and now it's almost back around to doing it for fun because it doesn't generate money.
Well, that might make it like, I don't know, be more organic again, just having fun with
Yeah.
it too. So
No, there's been lots of videos where I'm like, I'm doing this video because I want to do it. I know no one's gonna watch it, but I don't care. I'm gonna do it because it's fun.
It's almost like, do you want a lot of people to like you or a few people to love you? And right now, you got a few people who really love you.
Sure. Well,
More
it's also like,
More than a few,
This
you
is
know.
a good point too. I mean, the channel
Yeah.
led to that.
Oh.
So
no, I'm not trying to crap on my own channel. Like I think it's done amazing things. It's great. I love being able to have a platform to be able to show things that we want to show. Like it's really been cool. But at the same time, I don't know that I ever want to be like a multi-million subscriber channel with millions of views every week, because I feel like you almost kind of like lose some of that privacy. And like I still have my own life. I still have my own privacy. I still have the ability to like do whatever I want and not get criticized for it on a daily basis. Like, the weird thing is like we've weeded out the chaff. Like we don't have to deal with like insane criticisms and just horrible bullshit. And that's because we grew slower, and I stayed on top of the comments like a hawk. And I banned every single fucking troll that came around, because I'm just like, I'm not going to deal with it. Like, I don't need to see your bullshit, and it's not helping any, like, no one else is benefiting from your stupid comment on my channel. So go away.
Yep.
And because of that, if you look at the comments on our videos, there's, I'd say like 90% of them are real, of like real good comments, real people making real comments, not trolls.
Funny
Like,
enough,
obviously, huh?
funny enough, Scott's comment with a lot of hearts looks like a troll, but I know he's real.
It's true.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So different subject for the last 4 minutes.
Okay.
Mostly for Adam and Gabe. But
Hmm.
what are your thoughts on F1 in Vegas starting at 10 p.m. on a Saturday?
That's interesting.
yeah, I don't know
Is that
exactly what
is
they're
that a
doing
TV
because
play?
I don't know how though, because of the European audience at 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. Vegas
It's like-
time. That's like 5 a.m.
So-
6 or 7, right?
So they get to do what America has
Yeah.
to do normally.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Honestly, I don't. It probably won't get the views from Europe, but
They don't
it's gonna
care.
get.
All
It's
they're
gonna.
looking for is money.
they're gonna get the U.S. views like a motherfucker.
Well, it's gonna suck for New York, East Coast, like
Yeah,
1
but
a.m.
if you're a diehard,
True.
What
And
is
at least
their
it's Saturday night. It's not like a
what,
Sunday.
what was their stance? I caught wind of that, but I didn't dive into it.
I think
Only
it's
thing
for
I saw
TV
was-
market.
Yeah, only thing I saw
Um,
was they wanted to show off Vegas, like with all the lights on.
no, I don't track cars anymore. It's expensive and risky, and when the cars are designed, like when I'm buying cars to make money on the cars, it's not helpful.
So yeah, I think it's. I just think I don't really care. I'll probably go work that race.
Yeah,
Um,
well,
Really?
yeah, I'm thinking about going out there and doing it.
nice.
Did they
I
invite
thought-
you?
They wouldn't stop inviting me to do Miami, so I'm pretty sure that they'll. I'm pretty sure I'll get invited to go do
That was
Vegas.
a hot
Okay.
commodity in the martial world.
Nice.
No, it's just anybody who has experience is a hot commodity. It's not.
So
even-
are they gonna? Do you think would they have like a RV parking thing for you again?
Oh, I would fly out there.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
would. Okay. So then wait, but then you're gonna have to pay for your own hotel and all that shit.
I would split. I would share a room with Matt
Oh, okay.
if he ends up going, which it looks like he literally just said me too. So
Yeah, I just saw that.
yeah. And they always have discounted rates for people working the race. So
Mm.
yeah, it wouldn't be too bad.
Oh, they have like a thing where it's like go to this hotel and tell them some
Mhm.
secret thing, and
They
Yeah.
give you they when they send out, like when you get accepted, they send you the code and everything like
Mm.
that.
it makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be curious to see how that goes.
I do
Yeah.
track my car, Tom.
Yeah, Adam does.
I'm actually a member at Harris Hill Raceway here.
Honestly, that would be something I would consider. I don't know if it would get views or not, but I would consider buying a shitbox race car,
Oh hell yeah!
really cheap, like
That'd be awesome.
like sub $20,000.
Dude, people are selling their track prep to Miatas at Harris Hill for 10
No,
grand
no,
all
no,
the
no, no.
time.
Sorry, not a Miata, a real car.
Okay.
It has to have a V8 or bigger.
Dude, dollar for dollar.
I don't care. I can't. No. I'm sorry.
All right.
I just can't do that.
I think
I
Miata-
understand the finances of racing a Miata is amazing. I will pay more to not be in a Miata.
The thing is, though, is there's wheel-to-wheel racing leagues for Miatas.
Yeah, but I'm not. I don't want to do that.
That's
See,
not what
I
you
do.
Dan's
I
just gonna-
want to. I want to wheel-to-wheel.
No, I don't
It's
want to
not
be around. I don't want to be near anyone else. I want to just.
So there is a LS swapped Miata at Harris Hill, and one day
Shit.
he started out like far enough ahead of me to where I couldn't hear the engine in it in my car, and he was like catching me by a noticeable amount every lap, and I'm like, I'm gonna get lapped by a freaking Miata. And at this point I was thinking it was like a regular 4-banger Miata, and then I just kept seeing it coming, and I'm like, holy crap, I am pathetic. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna cancel my membership to the track. It's not worth it. Well, he finally passed me, and it had the unmistakable roar of a LS motor, and I felt so much better about myself.
I mean, like
Oh,
I don't know, like a old C6 Z06 or something, like an old
That'd be cool.
C6 vet, or even a C5, like an old vet, because you can get a vet and track prep it for pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And parts are so like they're so easy to work on. Like that would be something I would do if I was gonna have like a track rat toy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Honestly, it's just so much money that's just gonna go bye bye that I not right now. I don't want to do that yet. All right, everyone. It is 9:01. You got an extra minute.
Yep.
We're gonna go to
Early.
bed. So yes, we won't be here next Thursday. Sorry, and sadly, there won't be much content. There's going to be 2 more videos. That's it in the next week. So I've got, and that's assuming I can finish editing them tonight before I go to bed, which hopefully I can. So I have to. So just so you know, there's Meg drove the 488, so it's a Meg review,
Nice.
and then
Nice.
working on the 360. We finally fixed our 360. So Yeah.
Yep.
We
You
didn't have
gonna-
time. I
You gonna
couldn't.
board live stream on your drive out there?
Maybe.
That
Yeah.
was actually a lot of fun, and it actually
yeah.
passed the time really, really,
There's
really
that.
well.
There's that one stretch in Texas when you get north of what is it? North of Lubbock. That's just so ungodly boring and straight, but it has excellent cell phone reception the whole time. So I think maybe we'll do it then, and I guess it would probably be about, I'm guessing 1 or 2 o'clock when we get there.
So keep an eye out.
Yeah. So if Josh and I are really bored tomorrow, you'll maybe see that. But okay.
All right.
All right, guys.
Okay. Have a good night, everybody.
We'll
Night,
see
everyone.
you.
On the flippity flop.
And then we'll have obviously lots of videos from the tour and stuff after that. So
Can't wait.
see you guys.
All right. Have a good one.
Night.
Later.